Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the AI InterConnect podcast. I'm your host, Lauren. On this show, I speak with founders, operators, and investors. We are building and shaping the next generation of technology across PropTech, FinTech, and AI. AI InterConnect is designed as a platform for real conversation with the people building the infrastructure of tomorrow. No pitches, no rehearsed narrative, just honest insights from people who are in the area. Okay, today I'm joined by Shahar Goldboim, founder and CEO of Boom. And Boom is an AI driven property management platform designed to help short term rental operator and hospitality companies automate operation and move toward autonomous business system. Shahar, thanks for being here. Very happy to have you on the show.
Lauren, really happy to be over here and thanks for inviting me.
Very nice. Can't wait with this conversation. And um, I let me start. You have a fascinating background across multiple and industries. Retail operation across the US, e-commerce, real estate investment, and eventually building a large short-term rental operation before starting Boom. Um, Shahar, how did your journey across those industries lead you to eventually build Boom?
That's a
It's a
good
long
question.
question.
I guess it's by being curious, being entrepreneur, coming to United States in a young age, started like to work in retail, understanding I can do it by myself, building like location across 20 states, then getting into real estate as an investor, as a broker, did hundreds of $1 million of transactions. Then understanding like I did a startup to real estate to find return in the market, meaning like every time I went as an investor to find a property, I would look, okay, what's the return I can make on it? So what's the property that sold around it? What's the rentals that was around it? And then how much I can get for it and understand what's the return I can make on my money. And I said, why there isn't like a software that's doing it automatically? So we build a software like that. During that time, a friend came to me and told me, hey, remember the house that we got to my parents in Eastern Shore, which is a fancy community in Miami? They decided not to move into it and they want to do it Airbnb. I told him, it's great that you want to do it in Airbnb, but what's the connection to me? So he told me everything that you do good. So I told him, you know what, let me think about it. And I found a company in Australia that can implement interior design on top of empty pictures. So I took that pictures and we implemented the furniture on it and we created a fake listing on Airbnb with the address of the house, the picture of the house, but with a fake furniture in it. And we started receiving a lot of reservation. And then my wife, she's an interior design. So I asked her, do you want to design a home? We got there like, I think we have like a really good business over here. So she said, hell yeah. And then we wrote everybody that we are sorry that like the house got flooded, but we put like new furniture and from here to there, we started to operate it. It was really successful business. And then I had investment, like I had a flip that we got stuck with. So we changed it also to an Airbnb. And then a friend asked me, like, we bought for him like a multi-family on the ocean. So we also changed that to vacation rent. And all of a sudden I have a property management company. And then using the tools, I decided, hey, you know what? It's not good enough. Let's build on top of that tools. And we build a tech-enabled companies that grew up to be like a company that managed $150 million under portfolio. So I guess it's like moving from opportunity to opportunity and roll with it and understanding the business concept into it and understanding the suffering. So for me, I had a lot of suffering as a businessman, right? Like you're using software that's not necessarily working for you. And how do you understand the suffering as a broker that invested a lot of money in the field, as investors that looking for investment? I forgot to say that I also deployed $50 million as a GP in the space of vacation rental. So understanding the difficulties of asset management and understanding the difficulties of operation when you're growing up to be a company from a zero to $150 million under portfolio with a lot of fragmented asset, it means that you really need to answer a lot of issues, right? You have hundreds of transactions like every month, meaning people coming in, coming out. Like you have cleaners that needs to clean the house. Like each house is 4,000 square foot, 5,000 square foot. Each one of them have different material in it. You need to clean pools. You need to do landscaping. And at the end of the day, the customer that is coming in expect like 5-star accommodation. So how do you mitigate all of that, and how do you create this 5-star accommodation in an asset class that it's really hard to do? So it means that your operation needs to be really good, but also the technology and the ability to control everything must be good as you scale. So this is how I created Boom.
Okay, I just love it. Bravo. This sounds great. I think we have to do many, many, many different podcasts. Okay, then from what I understand, let's go on to Boom. Boom is not just another property management software. Your vision seems to be building a platform that moves from traditional SaaS toward something you describe as business as a software. When when you explain Boom to someone outside the property, the PropTech and hospitality industry, how do you describe what the company actually does and who it helps?
So let's start from the first question that you asked. So the first part was, what is Boom? So PMS is like an ERP in a sense, because like ERP, like most of the businesses have an ERP, and then to the ERP you attach a lot of point solutions. So think about a company. When you have a company, your bookkeeper working on QuickBooks, and your handyman working on Monday, and your marketing person working on HubSpot. And in reality, on top of all of that tools, you have like a person, and the company is managed by the people that are running these tools. So your bookkeeper doesn't have an invoice. He will tell your handyman, hey, please send me the invoice, if it's through emails, through text, through phone, whatever it is. And the SaaS is really fragmented. And we believe that all of the software needs to sit under one platform that talk to each other. So the AI will be able to take a lot of the action without limitation of data, because right now it's really limited, the data that it have. Or you have an AI that will do bookkeeping, or you will have an AI that will do marketing, but in reality they all need to be combined in order to give an answer. So let's take vacation rental, for example. Somebody is asking for an early check-in. If I want to give him an early check-in, it means that I need to go and check my task management to see if somebody was ordering, like if there is a toilet that need to be fixed or a shower that need to be fixed. And then I need to see if somebody did a late checkout. And then I need to see if cleaning was done. Meaning I need to take a look at a lot of different tools in order to give the answer. So if it's a chatbot that sits on top of the PMS, it just can't give the answer. And when you're looking at that aspect, you understand the SaaS is not, that's not the future, and but it is, in order to create a software that's not just going to help you do your business, it's going to do the business for you. and moving all of the tedious tasks that you need to do, that annoying to do, and let you focus on the growth, on the strategic, and the parts that humans are really good at, which is humanity. It's like to be there and to give the amazing experience to a guest that is coming to your place in order to create memories to this person and to be able to touch him when he wants to be touched and to have also the stamina to do it, because when you have so much stuff that you need to do under your shoulders, meaning reconciliation, like all of the taxes, all of the messages back and forth, all of the tasks, you forgot the meaning of why you are here, that it will really create an amazing experience for somebody.
Okay, that's okay, wonderful. Is okay, what typically benefits, typically benefits the most from your platform today? Is it short-term rental, a boutique hotel, or hospitality group scaling their operation?
So right now, our major clients are property manager in the vacation rental sector that have above 80 properties normally that they manage. These are our clients, but in the end of the day, our clients also have clients, so their guests getting better hospitality. So because they get better hospitality, they will pay a higher ADR, and the property will have a higher occupancy. As a result, the owners of the properties that the property manager manage for them, the property is also enjoying from it because they make more money. So in the end of the day, it's a win-win-win situation for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. And I still love it. Okay, running a company that sits at the intersection of AI, you have it on your t-shirt, real estate, and hospitality operation must come with a unique set of challenges. Right now, what feels like the hardest part of running or scaling Boom?
So implementation to come to a company and change all of their tech stack, it's kind of hard in the ability of companies to come in and change their task management, their accounting program, their owner portal, their website portal. So basically we are coming in and changing all of the tech stack of the company, and right now, it's take us around a month to a month and a half to do it, which is cutting a lot of time from other PMS in the market that currently will take 3 to 4 months. That being said, our challenge is to change it to a week.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then where, wow, amazing. Where do you experience the most operational friction today?
Operational friction, can you explain it better? Like in
Y-
Boom, in like
You
with our
in
clients, and
in Boom operational, you a day-to-day operational friction with your clients, obviously, or within Boom.
so our clients we like to call our partners, because if they're successful,
Oh,
we're successful. If we create
okay.
a good fire with them, that's the best thing, because it's much better having like 100 amazing partners and thousands that are so the way I capture technology. In matter of like friction, I guess it's also what we talked before. It's the implementation. It's taking all of their team and moving them basically to work on a different software. So in the beginning, you need to gain a trust, and they need to move into you and to understand how to work with all of the tools, and our capability to explain it in the best way we can, and also changing infrastructure to talk to the software rather than knowing the software. So changing the way also UI and UX are being done, and we're doing it slowly. But the point is that you will be able to talk to it rather than look for it or click it if it makes sense. And this is the transition that we're doing to take even more the friction down.
Okay, then yeah, then you talk about the friction market education, and it's the first friction. Any product development or scaling your team could be other frictions or not.
E- Yes and no. Also on that, I believe the new generation of technology company will be able to scale in AI, not just in the offering that we give to client, but also within the company to be AI company in all levels, from the way we do marketing, for the way we do sales, for the way we do implementation, to the way that we write codes. So like really work on the infrastructure in order to create the scale that we want into the future. So we have a lot of clients that wants to come in, and we medicate the amount of clients that we want to come in order to maintain the level of service while we are building an infrastructure that will create a scale as much as we want. So this is
Okay,
kind of what we are dealing with now.
wonderful. I love it. Okay, then one of the things you said during our earlier conversation really struck with me. You you describe how the technological transformation we are living through could compress what historically took 150 years of industrial changing to maybe 10 years.
Right.
I
Even less.
remember. Yeah. And then from your vantage point in PropTech and hospitality technology, what major shifts do you think is happening right now that most people are still underestimating?
I'll tell you what, I had a conversation with my accountant around a year ago, and I told him like what I think will happen in accounting, and he was kind of like laughing that no AI will be able to replace him, whatever it is. I talked
Yeah.
with him again around a week ago,
Yeah.
and from a laughing, it's become realization that it's coming. Now the question is when. And if you will tell a farmer 500 years ago that the profession of today will be accountant and lawyers, and he will laugh. He wouldn't know what you're talking about. The same with today. Like a big tsunami is coming, and the professions that we know today will still exist to some extent 5 years from today, but in much lower capacity of need. Because if we need 1,000 accountant, you will have 50 accountants. And if you have 1,000 lawyers, you will have 50 lawyers. And people need to adjust now and understanding how to work with the tools in order to be much more productive and understand how you can do much more with AI. And nobody really knows where we're heading in reality, because how taxes are going to be, like most of government, basically most of the money coming to government is from taxation on salaries. And if salaries are changing, how that will affect government, how it will affect people, how everything is going to transform, it's really hard to realize. But what I suggest people is to really work with AI, to be on top of it, because it's like a wave. You want to be on it, and you don't want your employer to come to you and tell you, hey, you need to learn. You learn, you keep yourself on top of the level so your productivity level will go up, and see the opportunity will come. I'll tell you a story about so me and my wife, I have a Mercedes electric, she have a Tesla. And when we got her Tesla, I asked her if she wants like a auto drive, and she said, "Hell no." It was around 2 years ago. She said, "No way, I'm not going on the auto drive, whatever it is." And I said, okay, so we got it with no auto drive, all is good. And then a year ago, Elon was opening the opportunity to do like auto drive. So I said, you know what, I'll try it. Would you mind? So she said, yeah, yeah, you do it. I'm not going with you to the car no matter what. So I did it and I tried driving with it and it was so cool. And I told her, like, I tried to convince her. It took me 2 weeks to the point that we are screaming at each other, so she will try it. In the end, she went ahead and tried and drove with me. It took her 2 days. And after 2 days, she was telling me when we were driving together in the Tesla, no way you're driving without the auto drive. So she got so comfortable with the auto drive because for me, a lot of time when I'm driving, I'll get calls or I'm texting sometimes, and she hate it. And with the auto drive, she all of a sudden feels safe that the car basically doing it. So this is a trust of AI, right? Like, how does you feel that it's doing better than you to the point that you let go and you trust? And this is and I believe that the systems that we build, by the way, if you drove Tesla 3 years ago, it's a completely different machine than what it's today because it's learning and it's getting better and better and better as the model get better and as the view is getting better. So I feel that the system that we build today needs to be systems that getting better and better as they go, with the model getting better and the data collection is getting better.
Definitely. Yeah, I love this story. Okay. Something else you mentioned during our call was the idea of moving from a software as a service towards what you call business as a software. And looking ahead over the next 12 to 18 months, what does success realistically looks like for Boom?
Well, success, you can look at it in a lot of different way. We want to be the best to the vacation rental sector. So we will be able to optimize your ability and create, in the end of the day, is the automation of business to allow you to really grow. So giving our partners a capability to scale. So I would like to see a average of 30% growth per company that's working with us a year. That will be a big success for us to see the help that we helping customer to grow in the end of the day, to give them capability to have a better work-life balance. To be a property manager is a really hard thing because you need to be 24/7, 365 days a year, and to be able to let them working less hours, doing more like productive work with less tension in their life. And this will be a huge success for me.
Yeah, I love it. Um, and what part of the business are you intentionally not focusing on right now?
What part of the business intentionally not focusing on? That's
No,
a,
well,
that's a,
you, you
that's a,
focus on everything.
myself or the company. For me, if I delegate for somebody to focus on something, it's like I still look at it, but for me, it's like right now it's infrastructure, infrastructure, to create the scale. So
Okay,
uh,
okay, makes sense.
yeah,
Okay, okay. Then, if you had fewer constraints, where would you where will you accelerate the fastest? more money, more time.
But that's exactly what we are focusing on. So, for example, uh, our programmers writing a code now in 12x the speed that we were around a year ago. Now I want also to extend it 5 times more in the next 2 months to be able to do it in order to produce much better product to our customer. So it's all like where you scale in order to bring value. And for me right now is in the technology part, to really create a gap between us to anybody else, and also your ability to create loops that basically fixing itself. So how do you create this within the software so the software kind of will fix itself and create a better and better product, and that will extend the gaps that we have on anybody else that will try to come in.
Okay. Uh, awesome. You have been both an operator and a technology builder, which give you a perspective many funders don't have. Based on everything you have learned so far, uh, what should funders or operators in the hospitality or PropTech ecosystem start doing differently today?
I'll tell you what, like when we're looking at founder, when we're looking at the power in the vacation rental sector, it's not just founder. So a lot of private equity coming in, and they look top down and not down up. So they look at numbers and then they say, I shrink over here, I'll do over here, and that will fix. Or I can make more money over here, and I can make more money over here, and I can squeeze here. And a lot of times they're losing the grip on the company because they don't understand that the numbers are the result of actions and not the opposite. And a lot of time you need to look down up and up down. And this is what you said as me as an operator and a founder of a tech. I kind of like looking at both aspects, and I try to involve in the tech company people with a lot of skills from the field. So, for example, we have Chad Blankenship, used to be C-level in Vitrips. I brought him in. We have Alex Husner that used to be CMO of the one of the biggest company in the industry. She's functioning as a CMO of Boom. We have Idan, our CGO, that used to be uh, running like the vacation rental company that I used to have. So how do you put IQ of the operator within the technology in order to write what is actually needed, what not what you think that is needed? And also how do you create the understanding? So if like a property manager is suffering, we understand he's suffering. We really do understand. We were there. So to build from that, it's different. So yeah,
Definitely. Definitely. I love it. And what habit or mindset has made the biggest difference in how you operate as a funder?
curiosity
Okay.
and they want to create value. So I want when you're working with me that I will be the best for you as somebody that's working with us. We really want to be the best. And I think that aspect and the understanding of suffering create what we are creating. And also to born to the right family. Like both of my brother built with me Boom, which Aloni, my young brother, built with me the property management company, and he's like a tech, like high level tech engineer. So all of the software aspect. And when we decided to go with Boom, my older brother Moan, which is a world expert of AI, came in, and together it's kind of a combination that really give us like capability. Me with the business and the real estate and all of that understanding, alone is capability to write software, basically end to end to do everything, and ones that bring all of the AI component to all of that to create something really unique.
I love it. Family business. Ah, I didn't know.
Yeah,
Very,
yeah.
very cool. Very cool. Brothers. Oh, wonderful. If you could give adv- advice to yourself 10 years ago, what will it be?
Advice 10 years ago.
Yeah, to your younger self.
Um, I really don't know because I think all of the experiences, some were hard, like not everything is pink, and you
Yeah,
get a lot
no,
of
of course.
punches and you learn from it, and what you think you know, it's not exactly what you know. And I think it was important to who I am today. So I don't know what kind of advice I would give
Okay.
because I think the experience that I had were really important in who I am today. So
No, no, fine
maybe
enough.
that realization 10 years ago, but yeah.
Okay, and finally, one piece of advice for founders building in PropTech today. Yeah?
So it depends what stage they're at. But for me, proximity is power. So
Okay.
put yourself next to people that you can learn from, go to mastermind, involve yourself with other founders, keep yourself with, like talk with VC, talk with private equity, stuff like takes time, build relationship, and surround yourself with givers and not takers. Like try to like takers take a lot of energy out of you, and givers is people that coming to give. And obviously everybody expect to get something in the future, but their first initiative is to give. Try to surround yourself with people of that kind, and that will create a great place to be at.
I love it. I love it. I love your energy. I love what you say. Shahar,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining. Great insight into your journey, the future of AI in hospitality, and the work you are doing at Boom. Um, Thank you for your time. I really appreciate.
Thank you. It was great being over here. Awesome questions, and I really enjoy the conversation.
No, very, very cool. Where can people find you or learn about your work and get in touch?
So Shahar Goldboim on LinkedIn. I'm really LinkedIn is my space, and they can go into boomnow.com and read about us or ask for a demo from the team. That's the best places.
Wonderful. Shahar, thank you so much. And I sure we should do it again in 1 year, maybe, or even less, and see your progress. But definitely, we keep the conversation going. Thank you so much for taking the
I
time.
would love to. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you. And that's it for today's episode of AI InterConnect. And if you enjoy it, share it with someone who's building the future, or better yet, someone who should be. And until next time, stay curious, stay creative, and keep building. Thank you, Shahar. See you.
Thank you.